And frankly, none of them will satisfy absolutely everyone. But we do value everyone's input, and we want to get it because we want to get this decision right for this community.
There's another public input session. It's going to happen tomorrow morning starting at 9 a.m. It's going to be at the UC Theater. Now to Butte's contaminated Berkeley pit water and the mission to pump water out of it. A late winter blast delayed the project. Those with Montana Resources say the project to pump treated water from the pit into Silver Bow Creek won't start until late May. They originally planned to start that project this month. However, Montana Resources says the project is 3 years ahead of schedule. A Cora man accused of murder says that he is not guilty. 19-year-old Martin Chandler is charged with deliberate homicide in the death of 54-year-old William Melton. He appeared in Flathead County Court today. Police say back in February, Chandler entered Melton's home where there was a dispute unfolding over drugs. Prosecutors say that's when Chandler shot Melton in the chest. He then fled. He does remain in jail, and his trial is set for sometime in September. A Great Falls woman instrumental in passing childhood sexual abuse legislation in Montana is speaking out tonight. These days, Tara Walker-Lyons travels the state talking about her own abuse. She helped shape the framework for a law that now helps educators address childhood sexual abuse. MTN's Elizabeth Tranzu has the story.
Tara's story starts at the age of 5. Her parents divorced and she moved to Augusta with her mom.
Right in the midst of the divorce was when my mom met my stepfather.
And just as she thought things couldn't get any worse,
I didn't really know that at the time, obviously, that he would make such a horrible impact on my life. But I still remember the very moment that I first laid eyes on him.
Tara says the abuse started when she was 6.
When you're a child and you're sexually abused for the first time, it's very, very confusing because you don't understand what this is. You don't understand what's going on at all. And I remember sitting there just thinking, like, what on earth just happened to me? And from that moment on, it was just confusion.
She would be 12 years old before she gathered the courage to stand up for herself with another victim.
And we said, we have to do something. We had told my mom at that point so many times. We told her parents even. We had just told everyone else, and we felt the only person left that might be able to help us was the police.
In the middle of the night, they decided to run to law enforcement, not realizing it would make matters worse, reliving her story multiple times, recalling every instance of sexual abuse.
There was never any time where we felt comforted. It was basically just, here's some paper. I had to tell my story to the deputy's wife who answered the door, to the dispatcher when I called 911, to the sheriff when he came downstairs, to the child services worker when I got to the children's shelter, and then I had to do a filmed forensic interview. That's a lot of times for a child to have to repeat a traumatic story over and over to strangers.
Another 12 years passed before Tara would go to treatment.
It was there that I learned about post-traumatic stress disorder.
She celebrated her 28th birthday by serving her stepfather with a lawsuit.
I knew immediately that day that my life was going to be different.
Some closure finally came in a deposition.
I walked into that room one person and I left a different person.
Tara is sharing her story in an effort to help other victims.
I think now more than ever, victims are being heard, and that's the key.
And to advocate for each and every one of them. Tara says the deputy she and her friend ran to that night in Augusta was the former Lewis and Clark County Sheriff's Deputy Virgil Wolf, who has since been charged with 80 counts of sexual abuse of a child. He'll be tried in Cascade County. As for Tara's stepfather, she says he completed a community-based sex offender treatment program and was never sent to jail nor required to register as a sex offender. In Great Falls, Elizabeth Transu, MTN News.
Tara hopes every child is taught about sexual abuse, and her law is aimed at letting children know that there are resources available if abuse does occur. Attention distillery fans, a bill moving through the legislature would allow micro distilleries to increase their production. There are 17 distilleries in our state. Current law says distillers can't produce more than 25,000 gallons of liquor while having a tasting room. The Senate bill would cap that at 200,000 gallons. The president of Montana Distillers says the bill would help smaller distillers grow. Legislative News says the bill passed the Senate in February. Lawmakers are also considering a bill to suspend someone's driver's license if they fail to pay court fines. But at this time, the measure is now to prohibit that practice altogether. The new bill says courts shouldn't suspend a license as a penalty. However, courts could still suspend for crimes related to a driving offense. A bill advances to the Senate after another vote, which is supposed to happen tomorrow. A change in scenery in downtown Ronan. Overtime weather has taken its toll on the iconic arch that greets visitors to town. For nearly 20 years, that arch welcomed people off of Highway 93 and down on Main Street. But time has taken its toll on that arch, and that's when Ronan High School seniors got involved. They took on the project to replace it, and now they're even putting their own spin on welcoming visitors to the community.
Don't know anything besides the Ronan Arch being in their lives, so for them it was really important to rebuild it because we realized we needed to take it down for safety reasons, and they saw, but we have to still have it. That's Main Street. That's what Ronan is. So it's been kind of cool for them.
The seniors hope to finish installation by the end of the school year. At the Big Sky tournament tonight, the Bobcat men are back in action after a win yesterday. We want to let you know that they are playing right now. We're going to get that score for you in a minute if you don't already have it. Okay, I'm just being told it's 49-46. They're down by 3 points, so we're rooting them on as they're playing right now. But that being said, earlier today, the Montana Grizzlies, they won their own tough battle against Sac State. Back again with us tonight, MTN's Derek Berkeley. He's got the very latest.
The Montana Grizzlies came to Boise as the top seed in the Big Sky Conference tournament, and they opened against a team they had beaten by 31-18 in the regular season. But nothing comes easy in March, as Sacramento State showed the Grizzlies. Travis DeCuire's club getting out to a fast start in the quarterfinals this time. They were behind a lot last